Okay, I'm going to do one more quick reading. So I started singing back to 1. Some of you have a dream coming true here coming up. Could be a person, could be an achievement. I did a reading like this not too long ago about you guys achieving some sort of emotional fulfillment or dream. But what I'm getting is that people could have tried to block you from this person, ruin it with this person. This could be a career. These could be people who try to sabotage it, make you second guess, doubt. There is something that you're about to get. And it's like where people have tried to delay you, stall you, block you. It ain't working. Nice try though. So let's see what's going to be coming out for that. Actually, nope. I don't even want to use that deck. I want to use a different one. And for some of you, it's going to come out in due time that there was people that you trusted that were going against you. People trying to get in the way. People trying to confuse you. Yeah, a lot of you, this is some sort of reward. Being determined and having willpower is going to have you recognized. A lot of you, this is some sort of idea that you had. Again, something that had to do with a new beginning. And I see that you had to transform before you were able to get there. So if this is a lover, you needed to transform and change before you and that lover could be together. If this is a career, these people trying to stop you, block you, ruin it, get in the way, gave you more push and momentum to do it. It could have even brought you to a place where you needed to end some things, where you started to recognize that these situations and people were holding you back and getting in the way. So you could have gotten to a point where you were very decisive and you said, okay, I think I need to be defensive. I think I need to maybe put my wall up. I'm going to respond from an intellectual place. I'm going to not be too emotional. I'm going to bring changes, but I'm going to make sure I'm reviewing my changes carefully and I'm not being erratic. And because you did that, your investments are going to be paying off. So if this is a person, it's going to happen and people are going to be shocked. If this is a dream or a goal, it's going to happen and people are going to be shocked, especially the ones that try to get in the way. Now, I am seeing that if you worried about people ruining this relationship or this career, that is unnecessary worry. Okay? You've worked hard, you've remained objective, and you listen to your intuition, which means it's going to pay off. You could be having some sort of unnecessary worry or fear coming up, but again, unnecessary. So allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, but recognize that fear is just a tool to keep you safe. It doesn't mean that it's reality. Okay? A lot of people are trying to block some sort of dream coming true. This could be a way of like good fortune, or this could be a relationship that's going to make your life feel very magical, feel very blissful, almost like a romantic movie. The kind where you're like, okay, push the bitch off the plane now. Push her off the boat already. A lot of people around you could be focusing on the negative. They could be recognizing that things are not turning out the way that they want it to. You know, if they start a business that isn't successful, so I don't want you to be successful. If they get in a relationship and it isn't what they thought it was, well, your relationship's going to be the same way. That's how a lot of people are showing up. They're asking you to anticipate that that will be what you're going to deal with in your environment here coming up, but also give these people forgiveness. Recognize that they are only approaching your relationship, your career, your life from a place of scarcity, and it's also their own doubts, their own fears. Yes, they're wanting to keep you safe. Maybe they're wanting to keep you protected in the way that they know how. That doesn't mean that it's right for you, okay? I'm seeing that you're going to stay very optimistic and that there could even be a sense of like you being impatient when it comes to this. Again, I keep seeing an energy here of people feeling entrapped because they're lacking confidence. So Here coming up, you're going to be showing a lot of personal power and assertiveness. I think you need to realize that you're stronger than you knew, but I think you also need to realize you're stronger than a lot of people who are around you. So a lot of people who are going to be questioning your motives and your actions and the way that you're showing up in your life, they might do that because they don't have the ability to do it in their life. So they're questioning, why are you doing that? How are you doing that? Not because they really want to set doubt into your mind, but because that is their subconscious's way of keeping them safe, and they just want to keep you safe. I don't see it working. I see that there could be an argument that's going to take place. I see conflict could happen. I'm also seeing opposing opinions. So let's give an example. Years ago, when I started this business, I had a friend who I didn't tell anybody, but she found out. She was like, how are you not working? Why is it every time I ask you where you're working, you go, work for myself, and you kind of dodge it? And I told her, I was like, listen, I've been working for myself. She didn't know. Me and her was best friends at the time. When I told her that, her first comment was, I think you should quit and come back and work here. Not because she meant it mean, not because she wanted to harm me, but in her mind, she couldn't wrap her head around the fact that I had took a gamble, took a leap on myself, and it worked. And she didn't have the confidence enough to do that for herself, so she wanted to protect me. In that moment, though, I remember thinking, why are you trying to block what's working for me? Why are you trying to ruin this? And I had to take a step back and realize that it wasn't that she was trying to block it or ruin it. It was that she had concern. Those were the fears and the concern and the self-sabotaging behavior that she brought to her own plate. And she was doing it to me because she felt that that was a way for her to be safe. If you stay in your comfort zone, you can't be rejected. If you stay in your comfort zone, you can't fail. No, but if you stay in your comfort zone, you also can't fly. And I'm not the kind of person that's going to sit and not fly simply because someone told me, you might not want to do that. I've never been that way. But you have to recognize that when you're that kind of person, people who are not able to be that way will second guess you, will not understand you, will try to maybe protect you and keep you in a comfort zone because they don't want you to possibly harm yourself. In their mind, they don't think about the fact that this could be the love of your life and it be the next 30 years. They don't think about the fact that this could be the job that's going to keep you sustained for the next 20 years and you've now got a successful business. In their mind, all they can think about is, but what if it fails? What if he or she cheats? What if they take all your money? What if they run you through the mud? What if that business fails and all your retirement and everything's gone? But what if it doesn't? And I'm seeing that there could be conflict or opposing opinions, and I'm seeing that you just need to avoid what's not worth your time. Recognize that not everybody wants to be combative, that they're maybe just concerned, and the fears that they're speaking out to you about your relationship or your job or your child are fears that they would say to themselves behind closed doors. And it's okay for them to be concerned, be unsure, second guess it. But don't let that concern or second guessing keep you from playing the game, as Cinderella's story says, okay? I'm seeing your personal power and assertiveness is going to lead you to a time of great joy and success. I'm seeing that there's going to be a lot of magical opportunities coming in and you're going to feel like everything's working out perfectly for you. Now, again, I am seeing that there could be someone attached to your energy that could be trying to overanalyze you or a situation. They could be making unwise choices. This person lacks integrity. This person's motives are questionable. So I think what you need to do is pay attention to how this person shows up and recognize that this person could be going through a moment of growing themselves. And there's some sort of sadness that they're kind of oozing out on you. You know the saying, hurt people hurt people. When someone's bleeding, they'll bleed on you. There is going to be someone here where there's going to be a misunderstanding, and I think you're going to feel like you shouldn't take action or even go towards that person until you're able to heal it or until you're able to be patient with that person. Again, I feel like someone here is going to try to save you, but they're going to be saving you from something that's an illusion. So this could be a family member, a friend, a lover, someone who's going to try to protect you. But their way of protecting you could keep you stuck. It isn't going to work. I think you're going to be able to see through it, get through it, not deal with it. But I think they just want you to know that you need to be decisive and focused on where you're going, what you're doing. And there could be things that's going to happen that might make you second guess or unsure if that's what you should do. But the answer is yes, okay? I see that you're very ambitious, and I see that ambition is going to help you focus on the positives, and it's also going to help you look for hidden blessings so you can continue to have good days ahead of you. I'm seeing a lot of success, victory, happiness, joy, clarity, opportunities that you never thought you were going to get. Things coming up overnight, opportunities coming up overnight, things being healed overnight. You know, this could be someone, again, trying to block this, ruin it, or get in the way, and you could just kind of brush it under the rug. Well, a few years later or a few months later, they might tell you, hey, listen, I'm really sorry that I doubted that this was going to be successful, that I doubted that he or she really loved you. You're right. It was my fears. I was projecting. And you might then go, it's okay. I forgive you. At the end of the day, you showed up in a way that you would have shown up for yourself. And maybe you didn't have faith. That's okay. I didn't need you to have faith. I just needed you to see that everything happens for a reason, and you might not understand why I'm about to give this my all, but I have to. I can't not. It would kill me more not to give this my all than to give it my all and it fail. That's where you're at. But there are a lot of people who are not going to understand it, who are going to try to get in the way and question it. And I see that you're being very you're being very clear on what you want, and you're having faith that if you take the right action, if you do what you need to do, and if you show up in a way where the universe can match it, you're going to get you there. I'm seeing that there could be an idea here coming up that you have. This could be around a wedding. This could be around like a home you're going to buy, a vacation, a business aspect, a promotion. There's an idea that you have that's going to need refining. Like you're going to need to tweak it a little bit, okay? Don't put too much emotion into it. Let's say that you go for a promotion and you don't get that promotion. You really wanted to be promoted to the head of HR and you didn't get it. You might find in 3 months there's a different promotion coming up. You apply for it, you get it. Recognize that that actually might have worked out better for you than the one that you went after last time, okay? Yeah, endings that will lead to a new beginning. Release it because it's holding you back. Allow something to transform. Some of you, you're going to need to take some time away from someone while you kind of live your different lives until you can come back together. I see you being really successful in that time of being apart. Family member, friend, or lover. Again, I'm seeing that you and this person have the tendency to not agree. So if this is a family member, a friend, a lover, we fight as much as we love. We disagree as much as we love. What we agree on, we also disagree on. You and this person might end up coming back into one another's lives after some years. I see you being kind to this person. I see you being assertive, but I also still see you kind of wearing your armor and not fully trusting too much. I see this person telling you that they did something that was not fair and that they're sorry and that they know that you question who they are or why they do what they do, but they thought that that choice would have made them happy. So this could have been a friend messing you over. This could have been a lover messing you over. This could have been a family member doing some shady someone did something where I think you're going to be kind enough to say, what do you want to talk about? But I also think you're going to be direct enough to be like, the only person we care about right now is you, ain't it? And I think this person's going to accept responsibility around the fact that they were acting like there wasn't a problem when there was a huge issue. This person could have been just kind of doing what they wanted to do. This could have been someone who was younger than you, that you were dating, that you were friends with. This could have been a family member, and you could have felt that this person done something and acted like it wasn't an issue, acted like it wasn't a problem. And now they're going to come back and say, hey, I want to have a conversation with you. This is why I acted that way. I was immature. I was impatient. I wanted you to tell me something, do something, give me something, and you didn't. So then I acted in this immature way. I'm really sorry. And I see it could have led to conflict. I see that you guys are going to learn all you need about this conversation or this thing. I see that you need to pay attention to the details. So during this conversation, what this person says to you, you need to pay attention to what they're saying. What happened? What was their part in it? Maybe this is a friend that messed with your boyfriend or your girlfriend. They could want to come back and make amends, but they could also want to tell you not only the part that they had in it, but the part that other person had in it. And you need to pay attention to the details because you might see that other person through different eyes. I see that there's going to be a lot of sadness that's going to come from this relationship or from this conversation, but I see that you're going to grow, and I see that it's also going to help you heal, and I see that it's going to help you be there for people who are going to go through this in the future because you're going to know what it feels like. And then I see things getting lighter. So some of you, there is an issue or a conflict that needs to be resolved with someone, a family member, friend, a past lover. I don't think you guys are going to be buddy, lovers. I don't think you're going to fix it fully, but I do think that there needs to be honesty. I think there needs to be clarity, and I think there needs to be understanding why that person did what they did, why you did what you did. And I think there's going to be an awareness that, again, they didn't show up trying to be vicious, but they could have showed up in a way that, well, I want to block you from that. I want to ruin that. I don't want you to do this. And that they could come in and tell you why. And then you could say, listen, I forgive you, but I can't be lovers with someone who does that. I can't be best friends with someone who wants to be me or wants to get in my way or jeopardize my happiness because that intimidates you, that bothers you. Someone's going to be blunt, honest with you. And I think it's going to bring a lot of sadness in this conversation, but I also think it's going to bring a lot of growth. Okay? And then I think you're going to go along your merry little way and keep putting in effort into your life around the things that you want to grow. You have freedom to do whatever you want. Be proud of yourself. I see you being so funny. A lot of people could find you funny. A lot of you are going to be focusing on your career. So whenever this conversation happens, I see you seeing the humor in the situation. So let's say that this is a friend that was messing with someone that you were messing with. Let's say it was your boyfriend, your girlfriend. They started messing with your friend. They might come back and want to have a conversation with it, but you might crack a joke. Like, yeah, well, they weren't worth anything anyway, so you can have them. You're going to be kind of funny, but it's going to come from a place of trauma. You're going to find the humor in it. And I think that's going to be your way of approaching it and saying, you know, it isn't that serious. I mean, did it suck? Yeah. Did my feelings get hurt? Yeah. Did I trust you when I shouldn't have? Yeah. But it is what it is. You can't ruin something that's meant to be. You can't block something that's meant to be. And I'm seeing that maybe it isn't meant to be. So that's fine. And I think you guys are going to be able to heal it and move on. But I don't necessarily see you guys being kind of like buddy. I don't see you guys wanting to be brother, sister. But I do see that whoever this is, they grew. Yeah, you're going to be receiving an unexpected phone call here. Now, this person could have had a failed relationship in their life, and that failed relationship could have affected your connection. So let's say that it is someone who's got mama wounds or daddy wounds. They could have got attention from your partner, someone you had a crush on, someone you were liking, and then they took that attention to a whole other level. They didn't care if your feelings got hurt. They didn't care if you liked them. They liked you. What was going on? It only mattered about them. Their unhealed wounds could have really affected this relationship, and they could want to have a conversation with you about it and tell you how they're feeling, but they also feel like you don't care. You don't care to talk to me. You don't even like me. Yeah, we used to be best friends, but I did A, B, C, or D, and you can't stand me now. I'm seeing that there's unfinished business here, though. I'm seeing that this conversation has to be had before you both can see what the lesson was here. So this conversation needs to be had. This conversation needs to be had. You triggered something inside of this person. So if it was a friend, I think you triggered something inside of this person. If it was a lover, you triggered something inside of this person. Again, wanting to have a conversation. Wanting to have a conversation about it. So I'm going to leave this here. I will see you guys tomorrow.